Hello students, how are you? I think you would be alright by the grace of Allah. Today I am going to discuss the page 21, uh, practical English grammar. The topic is omission of the article. The definite article is not used. There are the lists. Number 1, before nouns of places except as shown above or before names of people. Number 2, before abstract nouns except when they are used in a particular sense. For example, men fear death, but the death of the Prime Minister left his party without a leader. Number 3, after a noun in the possessive case or a possessive adjective. For example, the boy's uncle, it means the uncle of the boy. It is my blue book, it means the blue book is mine. Number 4, before names of meals. For example, the Scots have porridge for breakfast, but the wedding breakfast was held in her father's house. Number 5, before names of games. For example, he plays golf. Number 6, before parts of the body and articles of clothing, as these normally prefer a possessive adjective. For example, raise your right hand. Second example, he took off his coat. But notice that sentence of the type, these are the example here. She seized the child's collar. I patted his shoulder. The brick hit John's face. These sentences could be expressed as number 1, she seized the child by the collar. Number 2, I patted him on the shoulder. Number 3, the brick hit John in the face. Similarly, in the passive, for example, he was hit on the head. Number 2 example, he was cut in the hand. Now its B part. Note that in some European languages, the definite article is used before indefinite plural nouns, but that in English, the is never used in this way. For example, women are expected to like babies, it means women in general. Example number 2, big hotels all over the world are very much the same. If we put the before women in the first example, it would mean that we were referring to a particular group of women. Number C, nature, where it means the spirit creating and motivating the world, plants and animals, etc., is used without the. For example, if you interfere with nature, you will suffer for it. Number 8, omissions of the before home, before church, hospital, prison, school, etc., and before work, sea and town. Number 1, A, home. When home is used alone, that is, it is not preceded or followed by a descriptive word or phrase, the is omitted. For example, he is at home. Now, page number 22. Further, home used alone can be placed directly after a verb of motion or verb of motion plus object. That is, it can be treated as an adverb. For example, he went home. Example number 2, I arrived home after dark. Number 3 example, I sent him home. But students, it should be kept in mind, home is preceded or followed by a descriptive word or phrase. It is treated like any other noun. For example, they went to their new home. Example number 2, we arrived at the bride's home. Example number 3, for some years this was the home of your queen. Number 4, a mud hut was the only home he had ever known. B part, bed, for example, bed, church, court, hospital, prison, school, college or university. The is not used before the noun listed above when these places are visited or used for their primary purpose. For example, we go to the bed to sleep or as invalids. We go to hospital as patients. Next example, we go to church to pray. Next, we go to prison as prisoners. Next, we go to court as litigants, etc. We go to school or college or universities to study. Similarly, we can be in bed, sleeping or resting. We can be in hospital as patient. We can be at church as worshippers. We can be at school, etc. as student. We can be in court as witnesses, etc. We can be or get back or be or get home from school or college or university. We can leave school, leave hospital, be released from prison. When these places are visited or used for other reason, the is necessary. I went to the church to see the stained glass. He goes to the prison sometimes to give lecture. Now the part C. We go to sea as sailor. To be at sea, it means to be on a voyage. It means as passengers or a crew. But to go to or be at the sea, it means to go to or be at the seaside. We can also live by or near the sea. D part, work and office. Works, it means place of work is used without the. For example, he is on his way to work. Second example, he is at work. Third example, he isn't back from work yet. These are the examples of the usage of work. Note that at work can also be mean working. Hard at work, it means working hard. He is hard at work on a new picture. Similarly, office, place of work, needs the he is at or in the office. To be in office without the means to hold an official, usually political position. To be out of office, it means to be no longer in power. E part, town. The can be omitted when speaking of the subjects or of speakers own town. For example, we go to town sometime to buy clothes. Second example, we were in town last Monday. Allah Hafiz, guys, students.